Good morning everyone and welcome back to another math lesson. Today your learning objective is to multiply a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number using a formal written method. And this time there will be some changes and regrouping required in the tens column. Okay, so when you see a question such as this, for do it, 383 multiplied by 3, remember, place value first. Hundreds, tens, ones. 383 multiplied by 3, equal sign goes here. Now I'm going to be using my vocabulary today of digits, multiply, multiplication sign and regroup. 3 times 3 is 9. 3 times 8 is, so remember I'm using my multiplier down here to multiply the numbers here, my multiplicand. 3 times 8 is, I could do 8 times 3 or 3 times 8. I know my 8 times table, 8, 16, 24. Right, 24. 3 times 3 is 9. Doesn't look right, does it? So what have I done wrong? When I did my 3 times 8 is 24, it's 3 times 80, remember? And the answer to that should be 240. However, for some reason I've made some thousands, so I've got to be more careful with what I'm doing here. I've not used my place value properly. Because 3 times 8, 24, just like in addition, that 2 comes under the hundreds column, so it needs to go below. It doesn't just go in the middle, it must come below. Okay? So 3 times 8, 24. 3 times 3, 9, 10, 11. So my answer should be 1,149. Okay, makes sense? Okay, so remember, multiplier, multiplicand, times each one individually. This time your tens will most likely go into the hundreds, but be very, very careful. Okay, make sure you don't write your carried 100 in the answer. Okay, try it is here. 242 multiplied by 3. Have a go. Now, I'll give you the opportunity to press pause or whatever, and then I'll come back to life in just a second. Okay, so this is how we should have done it. Hundreds, tens, ones. 242 multiplied by 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 4, 8, 12. Or 12. 120 it should be though, so 12, 1 goes there, 2 goes there. 3 times 2 is 6, 726. Okay, nice and simple. Okay, now when we come down to stretch it, Coco thinks that 342 rather, multiplied by 6, equals 2042. Let's see what mistake Coco has made today. I know Coco makes mistakes every day, but oh well, at least she's trying. So, 2 multiplied by 6 is 6 times 2, 12. Okay, the 2's there. 6 times 4 is 24. 6 times 3 is 18. Lots of mistakes going on here, aren't there? Let's spot the first one. Has she carried her tens over to the tens column? 2 times 6 is 12. No. First mistake. Has not carried the tens. 6 times 4 is 24. 24, 25. So that immediately should be a 5. 25. 6 times 3 is 18, 19, 20. So there's not a mistake at the end. So some of it's correct and some of it's wrong. But you've got to be really careful and identify what mistakes have been made. Don't just say the answer's this, because yeah, I know the answer. I know what the answer is. What mistake has been made? She first of all did not regroup the tens, and it's very important that you look at your stretch it and focus upon what error has actually been made and explain it using words before showing me the answer. Okie dokie. Solve it. Coco multiplies a 3-digit number by a 1-digit number. The answer is 488, and all of the digits are different. Okay? So all of your digits must be different. It is a 1-digit number multiplied by a 3-digit number, and the answer is 488. So as I always say with these sorts of questions, use what you know first. Okay, hundreds, tens, ones. What do I know? I know the number in question, the answer is 488. I also know all my digits here are going to be different. I'm not going to worry about the ones at the bottom because they're not being used. I'm worrying about these digits here. So, if I start off easy, I can put 2 as my multiplier. Okay? That would probably be one of the easier ways to do it. However, it might get tricky because 2 multiplied by 4 is 8. Good. But then I'd have to put 2 multiplied by 4 again. That's not going to work. How about I think of a number in the 2 times table that ends in 8. 18, because 9 times 2 equals 18. Are there any other? Because if I do 9 times 2, that equals 18. Good. But then 2 times something doesn't equal 7, 8. What about 28? How do I get 28? I'll have to do 14. That's not going to work. So my question's probably not going to work because Miss Nash made this one up. But still, I'll keep trying anyway. So I'll go for 4 here. I'll go for 4 here. And 2 times 2 is 4. This is essentially how you do it. Right, I'll change it though, because Miss Nash, you've not used your brain here, have you? Right, let's see if I can do one with this question. Okay, 2. So if I try that same thing before and I do 9. 9 times 2 is 18. Yeah, that'll work. 2 times something, add 1 equals 7. So 2 multiplied something, add 1 equals 7. So I'll do the inverse. 7 to subtract 1 is 6. 6 divided by 2 equals 3. That will work. 2 times 3 is 6. Add the 1, 7. And 2 times 2 is 4. Hope that wasn't too confusing. So work back to front. Use the number that you know first, which you know is your answer, and then have an experiment using a different multiplier and different multiplicand. If you want the top tip, start off with a smaller number like 2 or 3. That will make it a bit simpler for you and less difficult, okay? But for now, keep it nice and simple, because I still haven't ticked everything off because I actually used the same digit twice. So have a good experiment. This will be one of those things about trial by error. Make loads of mistakes. Absolutely fine to do that in maths. And I'm looking forward to seeing all your work. Thanks guys, and I'll see you again for another lesson tomorrow.